The son of Aglaeos, Eratosthenes was born in 276 BC in Cyrene. Now part of modern-day Libya, Cyrene had been founded by Greeks centuries earlier and became the capital of Pentapolis, North Africa, a country of 5 cities: Cyrene, Arsinoe, Berenice, Ptolemy, and Apollonia. Alexander the Great conquered Cyrene in 332 BC, and following his death in 323 BC, its rule was given to one of his generals, Ptolemy Soter, the founder of the Ptolemaic kingdom. Under Ptolemaic rule, the economy prospered, based largely on the export of horses and silphium, a plant used for rich seasoning and medicine. Cyrene became a place of cultivation, where knowledge blossomed. Like any young Greek at the time, Eratosthenes would have studied in the local gymnasium, where he would have learned physical skills and social discourse, as well as reading, writing, arithmetic, poetry, and music. 11. Eratosthenes, teaching in Alexandria by Bernardo Strozzi, 1635. Eratosthenes went to Athens to further his studies. There he was taught Stoicism by its founder, Zeno of Citium, in philosophical lectures on living a virtuous life. 12. He then studied under Aristo of Chios, who led a more cynical school of philosophy. He also studied under the head of the Platonic Academy, who was Arcesilaus of Pite. His interest in Plato led him to write his first work at a scholarly level, Platonicos, inquiring into the mathematical foundation of Plato's philosophies. 7. Eratosthenes was a man of many perspectives and investigated the art of poetry under Callimachus. 11. He wrote poems, one in hexameters called Hermes, illustrating the god's life history, and another in elegiacs called Erigone, describing the suicide of the Athenian maiden Erigone, daughter of Icarius. 7. He wrote chronographies, a text that scientifically depicted dates of importance, beginning with the Trojan War. This work was highly esteemed for its accuracy. George Syncellus was later able to preserve from chronographies a list of 38 kings of the Egyptian Thebes. Eratosthenes also wrote Olympic Victors, a chronology of the winners of the Olympic Games. It is not known when he wrote his works, but they highlighted his abilities. These works and his great poetic abilities led the King Ptolemy 3 euergetes to seek to place him as a librarian at the Library of Alexandria in the year 245 BC. Eratosthenes, then 30 years old, accepted Ptolemy's invitation and traveled to Alexandria, where he lived for the rest of his life. Within about 5 years, he became chief librarian, a position that the poet Apollonius Rhodius had previously held. As head of the library, Eratosthenes tutored the children of Ptolemy, including Ptolemy IV Philopator, who became the 4th Ptolemaic pharaoh. He expanded the library's holdings. In Alexandria, all books had to be surrendered for duplication. It was said that these were copied so accurately that it was impossible to tell if the library had returned the original or the copy. He sought to maintain the reputation of the Library of Alexandria against competition from the Library of Pergamum. Eratosthenes created a whole section devoted to the examination of Homer and acquired original works of great tragic dramas of Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides. 7. Eratosthenes made several important contributions to mathematics and science, and was a friend of Archimedes. Around 255 BC, he invented the armillary sphere, and on the circular motions of the celestial bodies. 13. Cleomedes credited him with having calculated the Earth's circumference around 240 BC with high accuracy. 2. Eratosthenes believed there was both good and bad in every nation and criticized Aristotle for arguing that humanity was divided into Greeks and barbarians, as well as for arguing that the Greeks should keep themselves racially pure. 14. As he aged, he contracted ophthalmia, becoming blind around 195 BC. Losing the ability to read and to observe nature plagued and depressed him, leading him to voluntarily starve himself to death. He died in 194 BC at the age of 82 in Alexandria. 11.